Peak practice starts its 6th series tonight. Here's a quick preview.
I'm a little bit drunk, but I don't think I'm going to regret this.
What?
Knowing me, knowing you, there is nothing we can do. Knowing me, knowing
You know you can't come upstairs until you take your suspenders off.
All right, joining us now are our Saskia Wickham, who had wonderful weather in Menorca over Christmas. It was warm and it was sunny,
Yeah.
all right?
And we hate you.
And we hate you. And also we've got who plays Dr. Erica Matthews, and Adrian Lukis, who plays Dr. David Shearer. Hello.
Hello.
Mr. Garris, we're a bit confused this morning. I don't know. Do you feel funny after New Year? I always feel strange. First day back at work after New Year, don't you? No, you don't feel the same thing.
No, you feel
I
fine.
feel
We have a-
very
you
feel
weird,
fine.
yeah.
Well, we start tomorrow, really.
Yeah.
Today is...
Really?
Is this
Today's
work?
like breaking it in, isn't it?
Yes.
What do you mean you start tomorrow?
Filming.
What's
Start
the-
Filming.
Start filming tomorrow.
Series number...
6 o'clock in the morning.
Series
Seven.
6, episode...
Episode 10
Take
on the
9.
ball, like that.
God. God. I don't know you can do that. Right, now, just to get... Let's show a bit of you first, Adrian, because that wasn't you with Saskia
No,
there.
no,
That
no.
was somebody else misbehaving with Saskia. You're at the moment... Is this from tonight's episode?
No, I don't know. What happens is...
Sorry about this.
What happens is...
Gosh, it's
no, I'm
going
on
so well.
I'm on top of my game. Hey, do you remember that interview with the Pie in the Sky people?
That was the first day back.
That was the first day back.
After New Year.
That made a Sun editorial. Anyway,
About just do their research.
well, we have done our research, and I can tell you, I know for a fact... Stop laughing at me. I know for a fact that that scene we just saw precedes the scene we're about to see, because it's terrific. You go to bed, you have a lovely time, and then you wake up to the full nightmare. There's a meningitis outbreak
Yeah, but he didn't
in
go to
Village.
that,
No, it wasn't him. In Village. And this is you dealing with a very upset mother. See, I know.
No, Alan, you can't let this trip continue while Cardale's got meningitis.
Can I help at all? I'm Dr. Shearer from the Beaches.
Well, we're Darren O'Shaughnessy's parents, Doctor, and we've been reading up about meningitis. It says here, that meningitis spreads in dormitories, in barracks, anywhere where young people are grouped together.
Right. Mrs. O'Shaughnessy, look, I'm sorry to hear about your son, but stopping this camp is not going to keep the children apart. They're at no greater risk than if they're at school.
No, it seems to be about where they sleep, and because there's meningitis in Cardale...
We don't know that yet.
Of course there's meningitis here! If they want me, my boy would still be alive!
Has she got medically speaking, has she got a point about them sleeping together? She's saying if they all sleep in a dormitory together, then...
Medical things now. Right, yes, I think she has.
Yeah. So do you give in to her entreaties?
Well, no, the bus goes off, and then we're struck by tragedy. And then I have to go up to the camp and...
I think it's, I mean, because I remember when, sadly, I had a dreadful meningitis outbreak at a university back in Manchester, where one of our sons was. And all the kids who were in hall had to all be vaccinated against
There was
it.
one in Southampton
Was there?
recently, and there was actually a case, I think it was the one in Southampton, where a student actually went to the hospital and she had symptoms, and they sent her home, and she died.
It is the most terrifying.
Yeah.
Well, it's so frightening because it's like, you know, you've got a headache, or it's flu symptoms.
Yeah.
That's right.
And it's so rapid. I mean, that's
It's
the
so
awful
quick,
thing.
and it mostly strikes, you know, very small children as well, who can't always tell you what they're feeling, or...
I remember we interviewed a doctor about 2 years ago who, on something totally different, he looked shattered, and we said to him in one of the commercial breaks, well, you're right, and he'd been up all night operating on a 17-year-old who dreadful. He survived, actually, but he'd gone home with a headache, classic, gone to bed. His mother couldn't wake him up at 8 o'clock that night, and in bed for 4 hours, and at 12 o'clock he was diagnosed, and he was that far from death, and they had to take most of the top of his head off, you know, to release the pressure.
Yeah.
But he got through it.
Yeah.
So
it's very
a tiny
successful,
one.
peak practice,
Oh,
isn't
it's
it?
doing incredibly well.
Even though it's gone, I mean, it has gone through a complete revolution in terms of casting, but it's still kept its appeal.
I think that's what the appeal is, but I mean, I shouldn't say that, because
Well, the
puts
fact
us
is
out of the
changing.
job. But I think actually it's the strength is not... I think the strength is that it does keep changing cast, and you've still got the essential ingredients, which are the beautiful Derbyshire Hills and the everyday problems that people like listening to.
Yeah.
And then you've got new faces coming in.
And it's not ER either. I mean, it's not sort of high octane people running down. I mean, it's quite, the stories are quite gentle, I think. But
Well, I think people can relate to them in their everyday lives.
Yes.
They can.
Where do you, when you say you start filming at 7 o'clock tomorrow morning, I mean, you have to go up to Derbyshire.
Yes.
And you all stay there, do you?
Yeah.
In a hotel or
I
what?
stay on a farm.
I stay in a cottage. We all are a little
We're
separate.
in our separate bits, yeah.
Yeah. And what, for a long period of time?
Well, the shooting is about 7 months.
We've been
so
filming since August, so
Blimey.
it'll be nice to see it on the telly, actually.
And is that
Instead of being there.
Yes, exactly.
and is that 5 days a week?
6 days a week.
Sort of varies. Well, I've got a week off after my birthday.
That's a good way to organise it.
It's her episode this time, but the next one might be mine. And
They say that the producers are saying that... Now, pay attention. The producers are saying that... I hope Parkinson's watching this because we'll get some tips on how to this great interview. Now, I was saying, the producers tell us that the human interaction is much bigger in this series. I mean, there's a lot of medical stuff, obviously, but it's more about the relationships. Your relationship with Andrew, you found your father, because you were given up for adoption as a kid, and that changes your relationship with Andrew, and it's all quite intense, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, and there's Adrian's whole thing with his wife as well, which is being explored a lot more.
Yes, because your wife... I'm telling you to stop here.
Still manic. Still manic.
Still manic.
Still manic.
But recovering.
Yeah, well, no, actually, it's not.
Just still
worse than ever.
And where is Cardiff in real life?
Cardiff.
What is Cardiff?
It's Cryche in Derbyshire.
It's which?
It's a village called Cryche in Derbyshire.
Or Crick.
Or Crick,
yeah.
And they actually have a building that is the beaches.
Fantastic.
That has no central heating, let me tell you. And it's all shot on location, there's no studio.
And do tourists come along like they do in Last of the Summer Wine up in that part of the country? Do they come and look?
A bit, yeah. Which is not, I mean, I'm always very impressed that people travel from huge distances.
Well, they like to see
We've got to move.
Oh, we've got to move, right?
We've got to move.
Good luck with it. Good luck with it.
Thank you very much.
Have a
I
good
know
one.
that was a picture of Saskia. It's lovely to meet you. It really was. What have we got now? Got Brian.